Hey Bible lovers, I'm Tim Nichols, and I'm here to bring you your Nichols Worth, and today I'm going to show you the work of two of the greatest artists in the Bible industry, Daniel Threlkill with Logos Rebinding and John Holliday with ICA Bibles. So we're going to talk about the things that they do well, and we're going to kind of show how they do some things differently because, you know, no two artists are the same. So let's take a look at a couple of things here. First off, let's take a look at Logos. Logos in the thread, his perimeter stitching, you will notice that he uses really tight holes, really small stitches, where at ICA they use the holes are a little more spread apart and it's really wide stitches. So what this does, it gives you a really kind of finished classic look, and what this does is it makes the thread look way more bold and way more bright. So depending on your preference, it really doesn't matter one way or another. They're both beautiful options, but just so you know the different options that are available. Also with ICA, what he does is he takes tool work along the edge of the spine and he kind of stops the hubs on the spine. Logos does not do the tool work on the spine. Instead, he brings the hubs up to where they kind of almost wrap around the cover, so you kind of get that hubbed look all the way. Their tool lines, I'm going to say they're the same. There's really virtually no telling the difference in their tool work. Their yap work is going to look the same. This is a Capra granulosa goat skin. This is a Liege Maine goat skin. Now another thing that I want to show you, kind of a style that they do that is a bit different, is the way they handle their liner and their cover. ICA uses what's called a butt edge method, and what you'll see is this is smooth. Okay, there's no lap, no layover, and it makes for a nice clean corner. The problem with this is if you don't cut it perfect, then it's going to have a little gap there and it's going to look funky. Fortunately, he's really good at it. And here is what Daniel at Logos does. He does your traditional where you kind of wrap it over the text or wrap it over the liner. It's not flat like this, but it gives you kind of, he gives those corners out so beautifully. I mean, look at these, both sets of these corners. There's not one better than the other. They're both absolutely beautiful. And the stitch work is beautiful. And what's interesting is like ICA, what he does is he'll stitch it one way, and then as he goes up, you'll see kind of the pattern change to where Daniel, it's because it's those tight lines, you can't really tell that that's happening. So that's kind of a style difference as well. Both very beautiful, both very well done. I cannot separate these two. Now this double gilt line, I'm sure that's something that Logos would be able to do for you, but you can see their gilt lines are about the same. It looks like ICA's maybe a touch smaller because he uses a different tool to where this is a touch thicker, but again, both beautiful. And I don't know if you can see on camera the difference between these two liners. They're both Napa red. This one's kind of more of a blood red. That one's more of a fire engine red. Both of them are simply beautiful. But the big difference between ICA and Logos is the spine work. And this really just depends on your preference because they both do beautiful work. You will notice that Logos does these really tall, defined, tooled out spines, and he rounds off that spine to give it a look that a lot of people like. ICA does a flat spine. And this has more of like, I would consider this like the Royal Youngblood look with the spine hubs and kind of the design of the spine. And this one would probably have more like a Humble Lambish kind of look to where it has that curve. But they're both just simply beautiful. And it's really, who's better? It's impossible to separate them because they're both such different artists. And they both do such amazing work. So ICA and Logos, I'm telling you, they are incredible. Either one of them are going to do you right. Either one of them are going to price you right. And both of them actually have a pretty decent turnaround time. They don't take months and months and months to get to you. So amazing work from Logos, amazing work from ICA. These are both just simply incredible. So there you have it. Keep calm. Jesus on. This is your Nichols Worth.